Megan Fox opened Instagram on a random Tuesday afternoon hit post, and within minutes reminded everyone that she can still flip the internet on its head with almost zero effort. No rollout, no long caption, no brand partnership announcement. Just a fresh batch of photos, a single haunting line of text, and the kind of instant viral reaction most people could only dream of. For someone who's been in the public eye for nearly 2 decades, the speed and scale of the response is everything about the hold she still has on pop culture. The post went live at around 3 p.m. Eastern. Almost immediately, the Instagram Explore page, celebrity fan accounts, and entertainment blogs started lighting up. Within the first hour, those photos had already pulled in close to 600,000 likes. That is an enormous number for such a short window, even by celebrity standards. It pushed the post into everywhere at once territory very quickly. You didn't even have to follow Megan Fox to see it. It was being shared, screenshotted, and reposted so widely that it became almost impossible to avoid if you were online that afternoon. The images themselves fit squarely into what people expect from Megan Fox at this point. Moody, cinematic, curated, but with just enough edge to feel a little dangerous. She's always had a very specific visual presence online. Part classic Hollywood bombshell, part alt-inspired cool girl, and this new drop stayed in that lane. What really sent people into speculation mode, though, wasn't just the photos. It was the caption. Under the carousel, she wrote, "Everything is more beautiful because we are doomed." That single line changed how people read the entire post. Without it, you have a celebrity coming back to Instagram with a gorgeously shot set of pictures. With it, suddenly there's a layer of mystery and melancholy. Fans started dissecting the phrase almost immediately. Some recognized it as echoing a well-known line about beauty, impermanence, and mortality. Others treated it as a kind of poetic one-liner that matched the tone of her recent public image. Slightly dark, introspective, and self-aware. What made it land so hard is that Megan Fox isn't someone who spams her followers with everyday content. She swings between periods of heavy visibility and stretches where she's comparatively quiet. So when she reappears with something that feels intentional, strong visuals, a pointed caption, it becomes an event, not just a post. People don't scroll past it. They stop and react. The comments section filled up almost instantly. Longtime fans wrote about how good it was to see her back in their feeds. Others focused on the caption, throwing out interpretations or simply quoting it back at her. There were the usual waves of fire emojis and mother comments, but there was also a deeper thread of people talking about why she still fascinates them after all these years. Outside of her own page, the screenshots started spreading just as fast. Fan accounts reposted the entire carousel within minutes. Celebrity news pages grabbed the photos and the caption and added their own headlines. By the end of the afternoon, the images had already migrated to X, TikTok, Reddit, and entertainment forums. People who hadn't opened Instagram at all still ended up seeing Megan Fox's new look and that now famous caption through reposts. Social media analysts will tell you this kind of spike is almost textbook. When a high-profile celebrity with a big following suddenly becomes active again after being quieter than usual, platforms like Instagram tend to reward that. Research from firms like Sprout Social has shown that posts which gather an intense burst of likes, comments, and shares in the first hour are more likely to be boosted by the algorithm and pushed onto explore pages and recommendation feeds. In other words, the more people go crazy right away, the more the app makes sure even more people see it. That's exactly what happened here. Megan Fox dropped a post after a relatively calm period. Her fans rushed in, the numbers surged, and Instagram's system did the rest. Couple that with her name recognition and the constant appetite for celebrity updates, and the result is a viral snowball effect that's very hard to slow down. Entertainment outlets caught on almost as quickly as fans did. Within hours, sites like People and Entertainment Tonight were running pieces about her return to Instagram, framing it as a mini comeback moment for one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood. Those articles didn't just recap the post. They pulled in context about her career, recent public appearances, and what she's been doing lately. Turning a single upload into a broader, Megan Fox is back in the spotlight segment. That dynamic, a simple post ballooning into full media coverage, is a perfect example of how celebrity culture works in the Instagram era. Before social media, a star like Megan Fox needed a magazine cover, a talk show appearance, or a film premiere to recapture public attention at this scale. Now, she can do it with one upload on a Tuesday. It's worth looking at why she, specifically, is still able to command this level of reaction. For a lot of people, Megan Fox will always be tied to that breakthrough moment in Transformers back in 2007. Those early films didn't just make her famous. They embedded her in the global pop culture memory at a very specific time. She became one of the defining faces of late 2000s Hollywood almost overnight. The combination of blockbuster exposure, tabloid attention, and a very distinct look that made her instantly recognizable. But while some stars from that era faded from the front lines, Fox has managed to reframe herself multiple times. She leaned into edgier, cult favorite roles like Jennifer's Body, which went from being misunderstood at release to becoming a kind of feminist horror classic years later. She shifted into fashion, editorial work, and modeling, showing up in campaigns and photo shoots that played to her sharp features and strong visual presence. In 2023, she appeared in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, which was another big crossover moment. That publication sits at the intersection of sports culture, fashion, and celebrity. It's not just about modeling. It's often a litmus test for who's sitting at the center of multiple cultural conversations. Having Megan Fox in that issue reinforced her status as someone who isn't contained to just actress or just influencer. She moves across categories. Studies from places like the Pew Research Center have pointed out that public figures who have this kind of crossover appeal, people who could be relevant in film, fashion, music, and lifestyle spaces all at once, tend to generate more engagement online. Their audiences are more diverse. Their relevance lasts longer, and each new project or appearance pulls in several different fan bases at the same time. That's one big reason why Megan can disappear from daily headlines for a bit, and then come crashing back into the center of the algorithm with a single, well-timed post. We're seeing that play out again now. Fans of her movies want to see how she's evolving. People who discover her through editorials or magazine covers are waiting for the next aesthetic shift. Pop culture watchers are constantly tracking how she navigates the modern celebrity landscape. All of those crowds overlap on Instagram. There's also the fact that Fox has become part of a larger conversation around how women in Hollywood are treated and perceived. Over the last few years, there's been a reevaluation of how media and the industry at large handle her early career, from typecasting to the way she was spoken about in interviews and headlines. That reassessment has led many fans, especially younger ones, to see her less as a pinup figure and more as someone who was ahead of her time and caught in a system that didn't quite know what to do with her. So when she posts now, it's not just about whether she looks good in the pictures. It's about how she's telling her own story in a space she controls. Instagram lets her choose which sides of herself to share, when to speak, when to stay silent, and how much of her inner world to reveal, even if it's just through a single caption like, "Everything is more beautiful because we are doomed." At the same time, the mechanics of celebrity have shifted so much that her Instagram profile almost functions as its own ongoing project. Every new post becomes part of a larger narrative about where she's at personally and professionally. Is she promoting something? Is she teasing a collaboration? Is she simply dropping new imagery for the sake of expression? Fans read into all of it, whether she intends them to or not. That's why people are now asking if this latest viral burst signals something more. Is she about to launch a new acting project, a brand partnership, or another major magazine cover? Or was this simply a moment of self-expression from someone who knows that, like it or not, millions of people pay attention anytime she hits share? So far, Megan hasn't explained the post or confirmed any specific connection to upcoming work. There's no official announcement tied to it, no immediate follow-up clarifying what it means. And honestly, that might be part of why it resonated so strongly. In a time where so many celebrity posts are transparently promotional, a drop that feels purely artistic, visually striking, emotionally loaded, but not explicitly tied to a product, stands out. What's undeniable is that her influence online is still very real. After years of being dissected, celebrated, criticized, misunderstood, and re-embraced, she can still send 500,000 people smashing the like button in under an hour. She can still dominate a news cycle with a single sentence and a handful of photos. She can still make major outlets, fan accounts, and casual observers stop what they're doing and talk about her. in an industry that constantly pushes new faces to the front. Megan Fox has managed to hold on to that rare mix of familiarity and unpredictability. You think you know what to expect from her, and then she does something, a role, a look, a quote, or in this case, a simple Instagram post that reminds you there's always more going on beneath the surface. Whether this marks the beginning of a more active phase on social media or just a brief, impactful reappearance, the lesson from this week is clear. Even after nearly 20 years in the spotlight, Megan Fox doesn't need a press tour or a blockbuster premiere to own the conversation. All she needs is an afternoon, a camera, and